Alright, so I've been exploring more of the river lately, like little stretches that I usually couldn't get to or that I don't go to. And it's the time of year where the bass are starting to get territorial. They're not bedding yet, but they're starting to pick out their spots. And I've been finding a couple of them. And something I've started to notice lately, a couple other people have noticed it and mentioned it too, that the quality of bass lately has been getting better. There's more big ones that are showing up out of the river. Nothing giant. Well, I take that back, but I'll get to that in a minute. But there has been better quality showing up lately. And right here is one of the beds, one of the spots I was talking about. I don't see the bass on it. It did get really cold last night. It's not cold right now. It's sunny, warm. The sun's warming everything up. But last night it got pretty cold. Might have sent the bass into hiding. But yeah, it got really cold last night. Might have sent the bass into hiding. But I have been checking out these spots that I couldn't really get down to before. This isn't actually one of those spots. It's just something along those lines that I'm trying to get to here. But since I've been getting to those spots, I've been seeing better quality fish. They've been, like, there's one not far from here that is, it's definitely a largemouth because of how, just its sheer size alone. It's a little bit hard to tell when they're in the water, but there's three species of bass in this river. There's largemouth, Guadalupe bass, and spotted bass. The Guadalupe bass are definitely the most common here, even though it's considered one of the rarest bass in the world. But here they're the most common. But yeah, so I did a video not long ago about trying to get a record on Guadalupe bass or any kind of fish. But a friend of mine said it instead. And there's a couple of fish hanging out. There's the big one that I mentioned, but it's got to be about 5 pounds. Realistically, it's somewhere between 4 to 6 pounds, and it's definitely the biggest bass I've seen in this river. But I spent about an hour trying to get it to bite, and it wasn't interested in anything. It didn't care. So yeah, that's instead of messing with that one today, I came down here a little bit farther, where there's another big bass that hangs out here. It's probably around the 3 pound range, but I'm not sure what kind of bass it is. I had it foul hooked actually and brought it up to the surface, and when it came up to the surface it slipped off, but right before it slipped off it looked like a Guadalupe bass. And if it is, it's definitely a record, possibly a world record. But that's if it's up over 3 pounds and I'm not just making stuff up. But that one was hanging out over here. Now it's probably not even a quad just because it's so big, but it selected this little area here. And today the water is really, really clear. So, like, it's clear enough I don't even need my polarized glasses. But I can see everything on the bottom. I can even see a couple of lures that were snapped off here the last couple of times I've been here. But I don't see any fish, and not even the male of the pair is not even around anymore. He's usually sitting right there. Alright, he's coming to check it out right now. He's curious about it, but he knows he's dealt with it a couple of times. Okay, it's right in front of his face, just twitching it a little bit. He's looking at it like he's trying to scare it away. There he goes. But he doesn't have the hook. There we go. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ah. Yeah. There's a bass that made a bed right here, but he's not trying to eat, so he's just trying to get rid of my lure. So he's He's a little too smart for me. He keeps picking up the tail instead of getting it by the hook. So, yeah. Well, he'll grab it by the tail and then swim out to the middle and drop it. Yeah. So. Okay, there he is. He's looking at it. Okay, he's got it. Got him. Finally. Whoa, look at that. He's ripping drag. Finally. Oh. Oh. It's actually a little bigger than I thought he was going to be. Oh. This is the smaller of the two. He's really close to the eye. Oh, came out. That's good. Saved his eye. This is a female. This is not the male. This is the smaller of the two fish that hang out right here. And I needed a net to land him. It's, fortunately, it's not the species I was hoping for. This is a largemouth. He just bit down on me pretty good there. Let me get my camera going and get her released. Finally, that took me almost a week of trying to catch this fish, because let me get a measurement on her real quick. 2 pounds, just over 2 pounds, 2.05. So yeah, the other one that's been hanging out in this area, I don't see it today. Maybe it's moved, maybe somebody caught it and ate her. I don't know. But the other one that was hanging out here was twice this size. So this is 2 pounds. The other one here is at least 4 pounds. Get my camera out, get a good release on it. The water's actually warm. This fish is kind of warm, so that's a good thing. Means I might be able to catch some more before the sun goes down. Get this one released. She's floating off pretty good. She'll be back. We'll see. I don't really have the right kind of gear for him, but we'll give it a shot. Thanks. Look, he's hanging out right here.
Oh yeah, I see it, That is a big ass catfish.
Yeah, that's got to be, yeah, he's eating stuff that's flowing down the current in front of him.
I don't even see it no more.
He moved a little bit further out.
Oh yeah, I see it now,
But he's got to throw it there and let it sit. He'll smell it eventually. Hopefully he'll come back and get it. Oh, there we go. Got it. It's a little bitty bass. Caught me off guard there. It's another little spotted bass, maybe largemouth. When they're real, I think it's a spotted bass. Let's find out. Oh, this is a largemouth. Here we go. So that one caught me off guard. I looked away for a second and he slammed it. So I'm not even sure what I got on video there or not. But this real slow retrieve, that's what they're hitting. I'm going to work my way back over on that side. I'm going to come back this way and fish over here for a minute if I can get a clear cast. There's a lot of trees and debris here. Turtles too. Got some good depth right here off the bank. It's real steep. Although if I catch something, I'm not sure if I'll be able to pick it up. All this stuff here. Okay. I can just clear this stuff out of my way real quick. Trying to snag this branch so I can pull it up to me and get it out of the way. If I want to snag a branch, I can't do it. Oh my God, there's another big one right there. I mean, it's not the biggest one, but that's bigger than the one I caught earlier. Where'd she go? There's been some really good quality bass showing up lately. Come on, dude. Like I used to say, there's nothing but small fish in here, but they're getting better. They're getting bigger. The big ones are starting to come back. I need to come at this in a different angle. Looks like the big one. There's a big one just chilling right there. And there's another one over there. Seems interested in my bait. Oh yeah, she's looking at it. But I can't see anything down there. So see if she's actually following it or not. There we go. That got her attention too. Got her. Got her. Yes. Yeah. This is a big bass. I mean, it's not very long, but she's fat. And she genuinely ate it this time. Oh. Look at this. This is a good bass. The other one was 2 pounds exactly. Oh, 276, 2 3/4. It's been a while since I've had multiple 2-pounders in one day, but I thought this one would be bigger for sure. Let's see. It's another largemouth. All of these, usually I don't get very many largemouth, but all of these have been largemouth lately. Almost 3 pounds. She's right back on top of her bed too. Oh, there's a man. Today'd be a good day to go fly fishing. They're blowing up on my line on the surface here. Some little ones. Oh, look. See? They're grabbing it, but they're not taking the hook. There's a bunch of them over here though. I got one, finally. When I set the hook, I pulled him up out of the water though. These are little quads. Yeah. The water is actually kind of warm. I'm surprised.